Hi, I'm Andrew Armstrong and welcome to the back office Teardown Lab. Again, this is a weird one where I'm sort of debating, is it a Teardown Lab video or not? It might not strictly be one, but I wanted to share this with you. This is a hands-free interface, and the reason I'm showing it with you because it took me a hell of a long time and a lot of research to try to find out which was the absolute best you could buy and the simplest in terms of fitting a decent factory style hands-free kit to your vehicle, and this is what I came up with. So the car I drive at the moment has a Chrysler style radio in it, so that's the interface for the Chrysler style head unit, and I'll explain to you a little bit about that in a moment. And this is the GROM BT3, and they haven't paid me to do this. This is just literally, I swear, I've searched high and low all the different options you have, and I settled on GROM. So I'm hoping this will be a faultless installation, and frankly I can't see how it can go wrong, so I'm going to enjoy fitting this, I think. But I'll tell you some of the features about this from what I've gleaned, and some of the pros and cons of some of the systems out there. So the problem is with a car, you can't use your phone in your car, and frankly so that's a good thing because it's bloody dangerous, and it's not worth messing with this day and age. You know, if you killed someone, it would be just absolutely awful just to make a phone call. So these are basically aftermarket Bluetooth kits to allow you to hook up your telephone automatically to your vehicle. So that's kind of, you're saying, well, yeah, I got stuff that does that to the radio and uses an FM transmitter, or I've got an aux wire. Yeah, that's great. If that works for you, continue to use it. But for me, for example, this car doesn't even have an aux wire, and even in my vehicle that does have an aux wire, it's just a bit of a pain because it doesn't quite work, because you get the sound through the speakers but you don't have a microphone, and you have to switch to aux when you hear your phone ringing, and sometimes you don't hear there's all sorts of issues. So what this unit is, I'll just explain it. This is the main unit. So this is a Bluetooth hands-free wireless audio. So it does both the wireless audio and the hands-free profile. It has the mic input there, you can see there, and it has two external inputs. And I've bought this, you get external inputs. You have to buy additional cables for this, but you can get two. One's an iPod style cable, which is going to be the 30 pin, less common now, probably less useful. And the other is this, which is a USB. So the USB portion only provides power to your device. It's not a USB audio like a pen drive audio, and this is just a normal jack. So if you've got just a normal device that has a normal jack on it, this is kind of nice because you can route this into the glove box or something, and you can always use it to charge your phone, or even get the audio from your phone if that's just all you need right then. So that's just a nice little lead. If you buy this, you pay the extra tenner or whatever and get this. This whole thing cost about £140. I'm just got the paperwork next to me. Yes, indeed. Delivered £140, so it's not cheap, but I'll tell you why it's worth paying the money. The next bit here is the microphone. So this is something that you will put around your head lining and mount it somewhere optimal, and this is really what makes a massive difference. And I hear this is a very good quality mic. In fact, it looks quite quality. I mean, if you just look at it, you can see it's definitely had a bit of time and attention spent on it. It's got a nice clip on it, and the little clip's got a little ball joint, so you can point that wherever you need to. You certainly can get smaller mics, but I don't mind a bigger mic if it's going to be a better mic. And that just plugs into the bottom. So when you're installing this is going to go inside your car behind your radio somewhere. That's just going to pop straight in there. I mean, that probably could have been something a little bit more, less prone to getting pulled out, but depending on how you mount it, I'm sure it's going to be fine. And in fact, if you're worried about it, you could probably just put a bit of tape over these connections. There's certainly, this one is a solid connection. I don't think this is going to go anywhere. Barely can get it in. That one's not going anywhere. So you've got your mic, you've got your external lead for hooking up in your glove box, but if you want it, you don't need it. And then you've got this, and this is the important lead, and they make a lead for most kinds of cars. So if you look at their website, you can find adapters for most cars. And what this does, this plugs it in here, and then this just hooks up into your vehicle sound system. And what this actually does, this one emulates a CD changer. So your car sees this unit as a CD changer. So most cars have a sort of CD changer option for the radio, like a multi-car 6-disc type thing. So that's what this emulates. So on my radio there's a port, an empty port, and this actually just clips straight in. So that's really super convenient. So that's the Chrysler style one. And it does use some sort of little small serial protocol. It's got a protocol with it, and there's some audio things going on. But what this does allows not only your phone then to connect to this, But your car then can see this as a device, just as a CD player. So it means, one, all of the controls on your steering wheel actually work. So you'll be able to switch your tracks on your phone via your car controls, which is great. So all the buttons on your radios work as normal, all your steering wheel controls work as normal. If there's a call comes in, it's handled by your phone in the standard way. So it probably will mute your audio and then allow you to answer. Again, I'm not quite sure exactly on, it depends on your vehicle what capability it has from the hands-free on the steering wheel buttons, whether or not you can answer it directly from that or you have to hit your phone. I don't know, I can't guarantee that, that's up to you. But it's certainly going to be a lot better than most of those sorts of options which are just sort of lying around that you buy in the sort of garage. So I'm just having a quick look here. Oh, that's cute, isn't it? It's nice to be able to have a look in these things, and they haven't, really overdone the whole whoa, hold your horses. What is that? Why does it have a micro SD card on it? Look, I'm just going to have a quick look at the book. A micro SD card on it. So there's a diagram, by the way. That was me blathering on about it, but I could have just showed you a diagram right there. That's the car radio, the CD port plugs in. There's your module here going to the mic, and then your wire going off to your MP3 player. And of course, remember, it's Bluetooth for the rest. Perhaps they did other versions of it. But yeah, micro SD card on it. I don't know what that is. It doesn't mention it anywhere in any of the literature, so the chances are it could be just a programming port for the firmware, but that is going to be something you can guess I'm going to definitely be having a little sniff around there, see what I can find. Modules Tech, GROM BT3, serial number, made in Taiwan. And the module itself, let's have a look in there, because I can see certainly a marking. Come on. MBC05-CAR, right there, by Plotech. So that's that module there. So it looks like here, there's your port, power regulation circuitry, and everything else seems to be handled by that module. There's nothing really interesting on the back. No conformal coating on there, or at least if there is, I can't see it. I think I'm going to be okay with this vehicle, but I'd almost be tempted to put conformal coating on this myself. I'll just show you what that is, by the way, in case you haven't ever used it. It's basically a spray like this, so you just shake it up, put this outside and just spray it. It's like a sort of thick varnish, and what that does, it protects PCBs from moisture attack, and most modules in your car will have some of that. This doesn't, but I think it's going to be pretty safe because it'll be living behind the radio. So everything's handled in that. It's basically a magic chip. Underneath that module, though, there is just visible another chip there. So any of these are probably powerful enough micros in their own right to actually be able to control some of these things. But yeah, nice and simple, pretty well made. There's this cutaway on the PCB which is quite nice because there's this antenna for the Bluetooth. So if you wanted to, there's actually a pad underneath there. You could probably actually solder an external Bluetooth antenna on there if you had issues, but it's going to be so close range, really. It's just going to be behind the dash in your car. Your phone shouldn't be too far off that. But yeah, nice and simple. Did a good job. So I'm probably going to go and install that, really. I can't see anything off the top of my head, on the top of my eyes, to show what that port is. I'm going to probably play with that a little bit, but there you go. You can have a look. GROM Audio, there's their YouTube, Facebook, Twitter and blog thing. GROM, if you're watching, I've got other cars. If you've got a Saab compatible one, I'd be interested in, and if you've got a Vauxhall compatible one, I'll be interested, or maybe even a Fiat one. Send them my way, guys. I'm happy to test them for you. So I'm about to go out and have a little play with this and then just sort of put it on. If I have any issues, I'll probably just add something onto the end of the video, and if there's nothing beyond the end of this video, I've put it in and I'm very happy with it. But if you want to, just feel free to leave a comment down below or find me on Twitter or Patreon and ask me about my experience of this. I'll be happy to share it, because you might be watching this months and months, years after I've made the video, and I can tell you how I got on with it, if I liked it or not. Was it worth the 140 quid, or should I just bought one of those little things that you shove in your ear? I shall let you know. But I, again, say looking forward to installing this and looking forward to listening to my music and audiobooks that I have on my phone. Frankly, I miss those a lot. As ever, guys, thank you for watching.